Now I get to use that little pair of tongs that I just made. Okay. I don't know. They're not. Kind of looks like an old butcher knife. My rough little old tongs. My first pair. My nemesis. I can't make tongs. I finally got a pair. And they're going to work great for this to do the annealing process. Not annealing, but we're going to normalize it 3 times. Okay, here's the first. One thing I see a lot of people do in a gas forge, especially a top blast, is they just throw it in there and lay it up in the floor like this and let the heat all come down on one side. Sure, the floor is hot, but the flame is what's keeping it hot. You're heating one side more than the other, and that will cause warpage, whether it be just from air cooling or when you quench. So, me personally, when I go in for my normalizing or quenching, I roll my blade. I turn it in the fire constantly to keep it like a rotisserie, to keep an even heat on both sides. And when I started doing that, I got rid of a lot of warpage that I was having. Okay, number 2. Let this cool down. Get black. I get kind of anal right now. I keep everything in its place. While I'm using it and I make a little mess, that's fine, but then I'm going to stop when I'm done and clean it up a little bit. I don't like walking over my tools and kicking them, and I don't know, I just get a little fussy sometimes. It's like, use the tool, put it back. I guess Dad drilled that in my head so many times because I didn't, and he drilled my head. If any of you guys know what I mean, and now it's just a habit. Put it back. Then you don't spend a whole bunch of time trying to find it. Oh, a little bit of color left before we go back in there. Okay. 3rd normalizing cycle. Then we're going to quench this thing. I know you guys are going to laugh at me what I quench in. Say, oh, it don't work. You got to have parts or whatever. Well, I kind of old school. I do what works for me. Has worked for 25 years with this particular steel that I'm using. Passed the journeyman cut and bend with it. Passed my master cut and bend with it. I did have that under my belt before I got sick and didn't make it to the judging. But I've never had a knife fail on me for what it was supposed to do and hold an edge using my method. So you guys can do it how you want to. I'm doing it my way. It works for me. Okay? And for those that are curious, I quench in good old-fashioned Goddard scoop at an angle, leaving all this here soft. But you leave it in until she turns black. After it turns black, then I got a mixture of transmission fluid, burnt motor oil, and mineral oil in this tank here that I can quench in if I need to. But that's what I cool down to room temperature. Like I said, this isn't everybody's way of hardening a blade. It's just the way I've done it for 25 years. Well, probably about 20. I was experimenting a lot the first 5. Gotta be careful quenching these tongs. They were 4140. The last set I thought I had made, I broke because I put them in the water and quenched them. Okay. You can see it. We've got a nice little line showing right in here where this part's hard. Now comes the scary part for everybody else, but me. I know where I'm at. Temp. It's not burning me. It's barely even warm. The tongs are hot. I'm going to go cool this off so I can hold it in my hand. Okay. Now I've cooled it off in water. Let's turn the light on there. I can reach it. There it is. I don't know if that's going to help or not. You can see my quench line right here. Okay? It's going to be just about right size right there. After I clean these edges up just a little bit, that's going to be... I should have come off just a little bit here. Okay, here comes the test. And it's hard. We know it's hard because that didn't get quenched, and there's the file biting in. Okay? So, I know, use proper fluke. It works for the steel I've got. And for as much as I've got, I'll be using this tank for a long time. Now it needs to be tempered and some holes drilled in it, cleaned up a little bit. We'll save that for a little bit later. Maybe a second video on what I did to it. Or I'll just come up with a picture at the end and show you the finished knife. Alrighty. Thanks for checking in with me and visiting the shop. I know I'm a little bit crazy. I can be crazy. We'll get even crazier some nights when we get out here. We'll get the radio on with some funky music and just have a party out here in the forge or putting handles on or something. Remember, I'm just getting started at this YouTube stuff and trying to show you guys how to do what things that I do. So, subscribe to me and see what kind of antics I can get into later on. And comments, help me out a little bit. There's still a lot I haven't learned in 25 years, so I'd like to hear from anybody. Okay, kind of a quick rough grind. Got to clean up my lines. I need to take it and let the man see it and make sure that he wanted an old butcher knife style look, but I think he'll like that. I'm still tempted to sort of shape the handle out, as in my little inspiration on the wall here. We'll go right on up there to those. I like those. And I got that little poster I've been hanging out here for years, and I still want to make that buoy right there. That's an ultimate for me. All right. Well, we'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching my first video set up here and toughing through with me. We'll get better at this.